Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Thomas turns sinister after Hope moves on with Finn? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers reveal Thomas Forrester has been standing his ground with Hope Logan since he knows she wouldn't commit to a future as hubby and woman. Thanks to a punch from Brooke Logan, Hope eventually let Thomas go, at least for now. Thomas is headed back to France with Paris Buckingham and Douglas Forrester, but they all set to return when it's time for the marriage at the Forrester manse. Although Thomas has putatively induced himself that he can be happy with Paris, is that really the case? Can Thomas actually live happily ever after with Paris, or will his minatory side creep up again? Deep down, there may be part of Thomas that's enjoying Hope's pain. Thomas claims to have sympathy for Hope, but he also used a apparently fake marriage offer to toy with her and constantly sported his engagement in her face. On some position, Thomas may like the fact that Hope's wedged pining his love since she made him stay for times. Perhaps Thomas indeed suspects that if he holds out long enough, Hope will eventually delve in and agree to come his bridegroom. Anyhow, Thomas seems stable with a devoted Paris on his arm and a floundering Hope on the outside looking in. It's one thing for Thomas to be doing so well while Hope is single and miserable. It's quite another for Thomas to stay on stable ground when Hope's moving on with another man. Thomas encouraged Hope to move on before he said goodbye, but that doesn't mean it's truly what he wants. The Garden of situation could fluently turn Thomas back into a troublemaker. How will Thomas feel once Hope has her lips on someone differently? What about when Hope lands in another Joe's bed? Thomas might deal with some covetousness as his Hope preoccupation comes back in full force. Still, that's only going to add to Thomas' fury if Hope moves on with John Finnegan specifically. Thomas might come fixated on getting Hope down from Steffi Forrester's hubby by any means necessary, indeed if it means doing commodity terrible to Finn. It's easy to imagine Thomas' minatory side coming back out to play, so he might condemn Finn for betraying Steffi and taking advantage of Hope while she's vulnerable. Indeed, if Hope's the bone who pounces on Finn first, Thomas may suppose Finn's responsible and feel some deep-seated need to cover Hope. Grounded on our B&B prognostications, Hope and Finn are going to cross over into dangerous homes sooner or laterly, so we'll bring you updates on how Thomas will reply to that outrageous news. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Thomas' compulsive tendencies could come a problem formerly more, so stay tuned to see if that'll lead to consequences for Finn. Brooke and Ridge's Monte Carlo quickie marriage, private ceremony seals the deal? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers reveal that there's been a lot of talk about Thomas Forrester and Paris Buckingham's engagement news, but there's another engaged couple that still hasn't made it sanctioned. What's the holdback when it comes to Ridge Forrester and Brooke Logan's big day? Shouldn't Brooke and Ridge have eventually tied the knot again by now? There was a time when it sounded like the marriage plans were actually erecting to commodity, but now it's like B&B has forgotten each about Ridge and Brooke's espousal. The show let Eric Forrester, John McCook, and Donna Logan Forrester, Jennifer Garice, come hubby and woman in a surprise form at the Forrester manse. Thomas and Paris are planning to get married at the Forrester estate as well. Still, perhaps Brooke and Ridge could do commodity different, especially now that we know their Monte Carlo trip is coming up. This is Ridge and Brooke's first rodeo when it comes to marriages, so maybe they could just have commodity small and private while they in Monaco. Will Ridge sweep Brooke off her bases by asking her to marry him on the spot? Could Brooke and Ridge wed with gorgeous Monte Carlo as the background? Ridge and Brooke might have a private form with an officiant or indeed just exchange vows informally without anyone differently present. Brooke and Ridge would have to square everything down fairly when they got home anyway, so they might roll with a quickie marriage that's for just the two of them. Whatever the case, it's taking way too long for Ridge and Brooke to get married, so intimately pledging their ever love in Monte Carlo might be the perfect result. It sounds like the romantic kind of thing Ridge would push for, not to mention it would eventually get the espousal out of the way before it's time for Thomas and Paris to wed next. Brooke and Ridge will be celebrating the launch of Brooke's bedroom during this forthcoming Monte Carlo story. Will Ridge and Brooke get wedded again while they on the trip? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Brooke and Ridge could have some surprises in store, so stick with us for further prognostications on their coming chapter and updates on whether it'll include a quickie marriage. Finn turns to Hope after Steffi dumps him. The bold and the beautiful spoilers indicate that John Finnegan will probably get pulled into the murder riddle at Il Giardino. Sheila Carter is brooded to become the #1 suspect as substantiation begins to point toward her. Deacon Sharp will need help to prove her innocence. John Finnegan promised to stay down. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that Finn has promised Steffi Forrester that he'll no longer have contact with Sheila. Finn made this pledge in good faith at the time after explaining to Sheila that Steffi didn't want this. Finn had every intention of sticking to his word this time. Finn is a man with good intentions, if nothing differently. Finn wants his marriage to work and is willing to do whatever it takes to make that be. Still, Finn believes his mama has changed and she'd no way do this. Cleric is likely to ask for Finn's help to prove Sheila's innocence. Finn cannot leave Sheila in need of help. B&B spoilers. Steffi Forrester is done. Steffi doesn't watch that Sheila is innocent because she has no way paid for any crime she has committed. Steffi told Finn to stay down from Sheila and formerly again he turned around and prevaricated to her formerly again. Sheila always comes before her and the children and Steffi is done. There's no reason for Finn's conduct. Steffi has advised Finn and now she's ready to throw him out. Steffi has done her stylish but Finn obviously doesn't watch what Steffi needs from him. Once Steffi finds out that Finn is defending Sheila, she'll throw him out rather of leaving city again. Steffi allowed. She was done with Sheila ahead and now she is. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. John Finnegan turns to Hope Logan. Hope has passions for Finn and has for a while. Still, Hope no way acted on them because she was with Liam Spencer and also Thomas Forrester. Now that Finn has been demurred out, Hope has no problem being there for him. Steffi obviously threw him out. Finn is now a free man. Is Finn the man that Hope is supposed to be with? Hope understands Finn. Hope can relate to Finn's requirements to be close to his mama and she doesn't hold that against him. Finn loves that Hope understands his requirements and is there for him. Are Finn and Hope truly meant to be together now that they've this bond? Easily, Hope Logan is the kind of girl who always gets what she wants. And if she doesn't get it, also she's going to use alternate means to make sure that she does. A lot of B&B suckers have noticed recently that Hope seems to be going back and forth for her passions between Finn and Thomas. Her mama, Brooke Logan, indeed suggested that she's using Finn as a way to distract herself from Thomas as well. But during the most recent occasion of the bold and the beautiful, Hope told Finn that she finds him seductive, indeed though she knows that this can lead to a veritably dangerous situation. After all, he's Steffi Forrester's man. And while Finn told her that she can't talk that way, Hope replied with, "Can a girl dream?" Well, Ben's hoping it's a dream because it seems like she's using her sexual appeal to control both Finn and Thomas. It's clearly a tactic that a lot of other people in this fictional city of Los Angeles has used, including her own mama, Brooke. But should Finn go ahead and sleep with Hope, it's going to be each over for him. There's no way that Steffi is ever going to forgive him or trust him again, especially if he decides to go to bed with her one and only adversary.